Thanks, Stan. With us, Bill O'Reilly in the Weekdays at Bernie segment tonight. We have no beef. We have no beef against the Today Show. I like both Lauer and Ann Curry. I think they do a very professional job. But this morning, Ms. Curry ran a softball piece about the brutal Iranian dictator, Ahmadinejad.
After his 5 a.m. prayers, President Ahmadinejad
Good morning, Mr. President.
Good morning.
walks from his private residence in the presidential compound to his daily workout, jogging with his security team, at times seemingly Rocky style, before sunrise. Then to the gym, often lifting weights or cycling. Concerned about staying healthy, President Ahmadinejad exercises more than 30 minutes every morning. He reaches his spacious but simple office before 7 a.m.
I hope he showered up. Now, what was that all about? Joining us now from North Carolina, the purveyor of BernardGoldberg.com, Mr. Goldberg. Can you figure this one out, Bernie?
I'll give you two possibilities, and with the usual proviso that these are just theories. One is that she gave him a Valentine story, hoping to win over the regime and get a real interview for tomorrow's Today Show. If that's the case, fine.
But don't you lead with your strength?
Yeah, she may not have it yet. She may have done that to show the propaganda ministry, or whatever they call it over there, to say, look, we did a nice story. Can we get an interview with
I got it, okay.
But the second possibility is that it's just crummy journalism. I mean, that's possible, too. I know you like history, Bill, so let me put this into some kind of historical context. Hitler was often portrayed as playing with his dog and frolicking with school children and looking out from his balcony at the beautiful Bavarian mountains under a beautiful blue sky. And they did this to make him look like Mr. Nice Guy. But it was the German propaganda ministry that did it, not Edward R. Murrow, an American journalist. But here you have an American journalist, Ann Curry, who's talking about she's portraying another Mr. Nice Guy, a guy who goes out running in the morning, goes to the gym, meets with local artists, flies over to the poorest part of the country to meet with poor old people who love him and all that. Now look, this is something if the propaganda ministry in Tehran put out, I'd say, well, what else do you expect? If an American journalist does that, they better be coming back tomorrow morning with something good, because otherwise
I think people have got to understand that Ahmadinejad and the Iranians have killed thousands of Americans. And they're holding now 2 hikers. They sentenced them to what, 10 years? Kids.
Yeah.
Kids. And they have fostered terrorism in Iraq, in Afghanistan, around the world, Hezbollah, in Lebanon. I mean, this is a guy who will go down in history as one of the world's greatest villains, Ahmadinejad and the mullahs. And then and there we have, you know, a guy, well, he's up at 5 and he runs like Rocky, you know.
Bill,
oh my God.
Neither you nor I would want our names on a piece like that with a guy who's done all the things you just outlined. And
well,
while
I'd like to go to the
Hitler,
gym with him. I'll go to the gym with him, but only one of us will come out of the gym.
And while he's no Hitler, at least at this point, he's no Hitler. I mean, anything is still possible.
No, but he has Hitler-like
opinions
that the Jews should be exterminated. There's no difference.
I wouldn't want my name on that story unless it was just for 24 hours until tomorrow, when I grilled him and tried to nail him, at least made an attempt at it. As I say, if she does that, I'm willing to say the jury's out. If she does that tomorrow, no harm, no foul. If tomorrow there's no interview or there's another kissy-facey piece like this, then that's pretty embarrassing.
Okay.
I don't know which it is yet.
Yeah, and I don't, as I said in the top, I don't have any beef against Ann Curry. I mean, she hasn't done anything that I could tell that has been outrageous in her career. She's been pretty steady. Okay, now, Paul Krugman and the other guy, I don't even remember his name anymore. I mean, this stuff on 9/11, you know, very upsetting. I don't know, there he is, Hedges. I don't know how, the New York Times has a new editor. They have a new editor over there. I don't know how they live with this. And I'm thinking about the Fox News channel. If you came on this show and you said, you know, Bill, America's a terrorist nation. You know, we're as bad as Al-Qaeda. We're shameful. We're disgusting. All of this. we wouldn't use you here. It's not that you don't have the right to say it. It's just that we have the right to bring to our viewers some honesty.
Right.
Honesty. That's the key word. Honesty. But I guess they don't feel the same way.
Well, I think it's important to try to understand how this comes about. These pieces by Krugman and Hedges may have been published in the last 24 hours or so, but they were written in the 1960s, because that's when this reflexive liberal position kicked in, that if something goes wrong, it's America's fault and America's a shameful country as a result. Before that, for forever before that, liberals as well as conservatives thought America was a great country. But starting in the 1960s with Vietnam, which dramatically changed both America and American liberalism, another feeling set in, and that is at best, America is a deeply flawed country, and at worst, America is a country that should be ashamed of himself. And while I'm not talking about all liberals, I want to make one thing very clear. Yeah, those two are on the hard left, but there are a lot of other liberals who aren't on the hard left who think the same way. These people are part of the Hollywood left feels this way. Professors at some of our best universities feel this way, and too many so-called mainstream journalists feel this way.